Ohio State versus Notre Dame. I'll kind of start off here, and I'll start with the Ohio State. Man, I'll give you my breakdown of Ohio State. Super exciting. I mean, it's a top 10 matchup this week, Chris, between Ohio State and Notre Dame. Ohio State's offense, I mean, against Indiana looked off, but they found their way over the last couple weeks. And Kyle McCord looked good. I mean, he had 576 passing yards and 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Of course, it was over Youngstown State and Western Kentucky. Travion Henderson has 191 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns for the Buckeyes, so that's good. Currently, Ohio State ranks 3rd in total defense. I'm going to say it again, 3rd in total defense. And they've only allowed 2 touchdowns over the course, of the season. I mean, again, it's Western Kentucky, Indiana, Youngstown State. So how will that look? I mean, taking on a red-hot Notre Dame offense that you're going to touch on here in a bit. I don't really know. I don't think anybody really knows. That's what makes this so fun. The game is at Notre Dame, and for the first time in a long time, Chris, we've talked on this. I believe Notre Dame has a better quarterback than Ohio State. So, what's your thoughts on Notre Dame over there, bud?
Let's go. You said it right there. I was just going to interject there because when you said that, that's going to tie into my final score prediction. But I will say this, Notre Dame 4-0, right? They had the extra week 0 game. They're 4-0. I'm not even going to – I rattle off the teams they've beaten. It's nothing crazy. They beat Navy. They beat Tennessee State, NC State, and Central Michigan, right? Okay, crazy. They haven't played any Power 5 school other than NC State, which NC State's one of the bottom-tier teams probably in the ACC this year. But they've looked good and did what they've had to do, Christian, all 4 of those games, right? So Sam Hartman, you touched on it. This guy, man, so far, I've watched him play. He's 64-90, 1,061 yards. He also has 4 games. Most people have 3 so far with the extra game, week 0. But he's got 13 touchdowns, Christian. Zero interceptions so far this year. That's impressive. I don't care who the hell you're playing or not. He's not turning the ball over. That means he's been looking good at the quarterback position. He's comfortable with the ball. He's not trying to force anything. Looking very good back there so far if you're Notre Dame. My big thing, though, coming into this game, and this game is probably going to be one of the top matchups all year. If I'm Notre Dame, pound the ball at the Ohio State defense. Reason number one why I'm saying this is because Michigan's done it year after year, the past 2 or 3 years, and they've had a ton of success, Christian. I talk about it all the time. Ohio State hasn't been able to stop the run in big games. Let's just be honest. Ohio State had no answer last year in the playoffs for Georgia running the ball right up the middle. So Notre Dame looks like they want to do that this year. Audric Estime has had 63 carries this year for 521 yards and 5 TDs. He's looked really, really good on the ground for Notre Dame. Use that to your advantage if you're the Notre Dame man. My big thing you touched on, this is what I really wanted to touch on before I give my prediction here, Christian, was get pressure on Kyle McCord. We haven't seen enough of this kid. Notre Dame's got the better quarterback in this one. You said it. That's probably the first time in how long, right? I can't believe I'm saying that. Notre Dame has a better quarterback in the last 15 years than Ohio State. But they do. Sam Hartman's a much more experienced quarterback. Kyle McCord is young. I'm not saying he's going to be a bad quarterback, but make him get the ball out early. I will give the advantage here to Ohio State, though. They have the better receivers. They do. Ohio State, we know this. They probably got 3 NFL wide receivers on that team. They do every year. But I would get some pressure on Kyle McCord early and often in this one. My score prediction, this was a tough one for me to pick, Christian. And you know how much love I have for both these teams. I don't personally like either of them, but give me the upset, by the way. The upset here. Notre Dame is favored less than a field goal in this game. Give me Notre Dame 27, Ohio State 24.
This is one, Chris, as the season's gotten going, I've kind of switched back and forth with how I really want to pick this. I'm actually going to take the upset. And that's just because Notre Dame's ranked number 9 in this one. Ohio State's obviously number 6. I'm going to give me Ohio State 28, Notre Dame 34.